Social media is a big part of our day to day. For Gen Z, it has been there our entire life. I don't think that you would be surprised if I told you that social media is cutting down our attention span and allowing us to not work as well as we used to before. So today I'm going to give you a practical guide on how to use social media in a productive and healthy way. I think that social media is still a good tool to be able to connect with people that you haven't before. So I'm going to go into 4 social media apps: Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitter. And I'm going to give you a guide on how to use each one. So let's start with Instagram. So Instagram is a great tool for connection. It's a good way to display your life and your personality through photos and videos of yourself. Now personally, I don't have Instagram on my phone, and I don't think you should as well. If you're going to use Instagram, try to use it for like 20 minutes a day at the end of the day. So set aside 20 minutes at the end of the day where you can check Instagram, you can check your messages, and you can check your friends' posts. You'll find that if you're just looking through your friends' posts and you're checking your messages, you really only need about 20 minutes. You don't need to be scrolling on the app for hours a day. Now, of course, Instagram is a great way to meet new people. Let's say somebody's in your school and you have only talked to them once, but you want to get to know them a little bit better. Of course, you can reach out to them on Instagram and get to know them and say, hey, I saw you at school, we talked, hey, that was cool, do you want to like hang out or something? And that's like a healthy and productive way to use it. And if you're on Instagram and you find yourself keeping up a conversation with somebody for more than a few messages, what you should do is just give them your phone number and say, hey, I enjoy talking to you, but I'm not on Instagram that much, so here's my phone number. So that's a good way to connect with people while still not having the app distracting you all the time. Now, about posting on Instagram. Now, what I'm telling you is not to just stop posting altogether. Honestly, you can keep posting the exact same amount that you have been. For the average teen, I find that they post about once a month. You know, you kind of go out with friends and you do something fun and you take photos and you want to share it on Instagram. What you should do is have all these photos and then re-download Instagram. From there, you can take all your photos and you can just post it. After you post it, just delete the app. You don't have to have the app to check all the comments and check all the likes. You'll be able to see it later. It doesn't matter. So you can still post, people will still see that you have a life and you're not a loser, but you won't be having Instagram on your phone to distract you all the time. So that's my advice about Instagram. Now let's get into Snapchat. Snapchat is useless. I'm sorry, there's no use for it anymore. Communicating through text messages is just far more easier and better and a lot more meaningful. You'll find that you'll send like somebody a Snapchat and most people aren't even really replying to you. You're just like taking a picture of your face and saying, hey, and the other person just replies with a picture of their face. They don't want to even be in a conversation, they just kind of want to reply to every snap. And that's what I found that Snapchat's just used for nowadays. Another useless feature of Snapchat is streaks. Now, I'm not sure why anybody keeps streaks on Snapchat. It's like a daily habit to distract yourself and do something meaningless. You're not connecting with anyone through a streak. You're just sending like the same photo to everyone. How is that useful? You might not know this, but the reason that Snapchat has streaks is so that they can get you on the app every single day. They're trying to make it a habit to go on the app. They're using it to make money off of you. It serves no purpose to you, and it's just for them to get money and hold your attention. Now let's say you're going out with friends and you like to take photos and videos of the things your friends are doing. You want to put them on your story and you want other people to see. I think it's the only useful part of the app at all is stories and pictures and like showing it to people. So if you're going to use it for this purpose, I would advise you to cut off every single streak you have. I'm sorry if you have a 7-year streak. I'm sorry, but just realize that how just dumb it is. It's not useful at all. And just end your streaks. Also, stop replying to people that like just take pictures of their face or that don't even like give you any value or meaning. I would say just try to stick to the few friends you have on Snapchat. The ones that actually try to have a conversation with you is actually good for communication and everything. And then cut out everybody else. Just don't even reply to anybody else. It's just useless. And if you don't find a use for Snapchat, let's say you don't like posting stories on Snapchat a lot, and you're not that type of person, I would just say delete the app. I don't have Snapchat on my phone. The only time I would download Snapchat is about like once every 2 weeks, just to check if like a cute girl added me or something. and I just check like messages, and then I just delete it again. So I would advise you to do the same. What you can do is every weekend just download it for 20 minutes, check all your messages, check who added you, and then after that just delete the app. If there's somebody that you're interested in on the app, just talk to them for a little bit and then give them your number. Make sure that they text you. Texting people is just better. It's just like it's all in one place. It's not as distracting. There's not that many features to distract you and make you do other things. It's just messages. Just do that. Now we're going on to TikTok. Oh my gosh, TikTok. Over the past 3 years, TikTok has just consumed every teen's mind. It is probably the app that you spend the most time on. Sure, there's Instagram, there's Snapchat, and there's Twitter, there's all that type of stuff. But I can almost bet that if you have social media, you're probably spending most of your time on TikTok. And why is that? Why? Why is TikTok one of the fastest growing social media apps in the 3 years that it's been coming up? It's because they found a way to keep you on for hours and hours. Instagram had no idea how to do it. Twitter had no idea how to do it. Snapchat, they all didn't know the secret. But TikTok figured it out. They show you full screen videos and they allow you to instantly go to the next video with just a little swipe. And every video is short, so it allows you to really get that dopamine hit. And that's why TikTok is probably the most dangerous app. Now, I'm saying this, and I personally have 450,000 followers in total on TikTok. Isn't that crazy? TikTok is my favorite social media platform. I use it to grow my brands and my social media as an influencer, whatever. But over the past year, I have just not been watching TikToks. After you realize how damaging it is to you, you will just stop. The only use for TikTok, I would say, is that if you're posting on it and you actually want to be an influencer or you want to start your own brand and you want to grow. If you're not doing that and you have TikTok to like scroll for hours, it's useless. I'm sorry. Now, when I say that TikTok is useful if you're like a content creator or you have your own brand and you're posting stuff, I'm not talking about the person who's just posting once a week a dance video hitting the whoa and that's it. If you want to become a content creator and influencer and you want to justify having the app, you need to be posting every day. If you're not posting every day, delete the app. I'm sorry, just delete the app. Now, some people don't want to delete TikTok because they feel like they'll be behind on the trends. They feel like they won't know the next dance or the next joke that's going around. If you feel this way, understand that quitting TikTok is going to be far more beneficial to you than knowing any trend in the world. I'm sorry, it's going to be better than any trend. If you still want to keep up on trends and you want to know the next dance and you want to know the next like viral meme or something, I would just allow your friends to send you videos or show them when you're hanging out. That way you can still see like the occasional TikTok and you can see the funny memes and you can see the next dances, but you don't need to be on the app for like 2 hours a day. So delete the app. Just delete it. Now let's go on to Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is, mixed feelings. I think recently, like, Elon Musk bought it, which is, like, the talk of the town, which is kind of funny. Now, for Twitter, I would say it's important to reserve a username. For every example of the social medias that I've been talking about, I think it's important to have one. Just make sure you reserve your name on all of them. That way, in the future, you can use it for, like, job opportunities, networking opportunities, stuff like that. It's still important. I would say for Twitter, just delete it off your phone. You also don't need it on your phone. Now, I know a lot of artists and a lot of creative people, or just people that are part of a community, that like Twitter to like post their art or post their like passion, and they are part of some communities and everything. I think for that reason, Twitter is very useful. Again, I would suggest to not have Twitter on your phone at all. There's really no use for Twitter on your phone. What I would do is set like a little bit of time at the end of your day to check Twitter. In that time, you can post whatever your art you're doing or whatever passion you're doing and be involved in the community. You can catch up on the people that you're following. And after you've done that, just get off of it. Close the browser and you're done. Now, when you're going on Twitter, don't just start scrolling. Don't use it like Instagram or TikTok where you just keep on scrolling through like suggested things. Just stick to the people that you're following and the people in your community. Check up on what everyone's doing and then leave. It will take no more than 20 minutes to do this. And yeah, that is pretty much everything. I've went over the 4 social medias and how you should use them in a productive and healthy way. Now let me talk about the benefits to following my advice. You might be saying like, oh wow, but like I like social media and like why are you stopping me? Well, the reason is, well, just look at your screen time. If you don't have screen time on your phone, you probably know how much time you spend on it. The average person spends like 4 to 6 hours on their phone. 4 to 6 hours. Do you realize we're only awake for like 14 of those hours, or only doing things like important for like 10 of those hours, and you're wasting like 6 of them on social media. So if you're in school, which I know like a lot of people will be, and you find yourself just not having the time to hang out with friends, to do your homework, to spend time with family, just realize that it's probably because of your social media usage. You use social media for 4 to 6 hours. No wonder you don't have time for anything else. So the benefits, if you follow my advice, is that you're going to free up so many hours of your day. You'll free up the time that you want to spend on your passions and your hobbies, with your friends, with your family, and to finish your homework on time, to do your studies. That is like the dream for everybody. They want to do that. You want to do that. I know you do. And it's not your fault that you're like addicted to these social media apps. They are designed to addict you. A bunch of scientists in like a lab like made it so that you are addicted to it. So I'm not blaming you for using it a ton. I'm just saying that you can really cut down on it and you can have time for so much more. And again, like a lot of people say that the negatives is that you'll be behind on the news or the trends or the memes or whatever. The thing is, you won't. You'll still hang out with friends, you'll still use the app occasionally, and between doing that, you'll be able to pick up on all the trends the exact same way that everyone else has. And if you feel that you're like not cool, or that like the other kids will like think differently of you because you're not using social media that much and you're not like connected, just trust me when I say this. You will be considered far cooler, and people will want to talk to you a lot more if you're the person that just doesn't go on social media a lot and actually spends time on their passions and their hobbies. Trust me when I say this. It's like the cool kids are the people that just do what they love. I'm serious. That is what it is. So don't feel like you're being left behind. You're actually just like going further. So whether you follow my advice or not is completely up to you. But you will have to decide if you want your time back. Alright, I'll see you guys.